Guys, good morning. Andrew Houston here from Profit Contractors with trading tips in your truck. Actually, in my truck this morning. Want to give you guys some insights here. Just first and foremost, Profit Contractors, we're all about helping contractors get more control, more freedom, and getting their business profits to pay for that freedom. So they can start having some fun. So you guys can start having some fun. So you ever wonder, am I ever going to get control? Am I ever going to be able to start, having the ability to run this business versus it run you? Well, I'm going to give you guys some really amazing insights here this morning. They really had a massive impact on my business and how I looked at things. And when I go through these three things, these three areas that I want you guys to think about, I'm going to tell you what the order is, so that you got a pathway. You got a pathway to get better control, a pathway to know where to start. And the first thing that I wanted to get into before we talk about these three areas, and like I said, it totally changed the impact I could have. It totally changed my ability to get results quicker, to get control quicker, to make more profits quicker, and really, it actually took a lot of stress off me once I started getting this mindset and how to focus around these three areas. So the first thing that I want you guys to do is, I want you, if you got a pen and paper, I want you to grab that. Okay, we're gonna get into some action here this morning for you. So the principle, the core principle is, and think about this. We often think that we need some big things, we need some big ahas, we need some huge boulders that we got to move in order to get results. That is one of the biggest limiting beliefs that I had. I thought when I was building my automation company, even this business right now, Profit Contractors, I thought that for me to make change, I was always going after these big ideas. I was always going after these big projects. I was always trying to change a lot of things rapidly, and it just didn't work. It took so much effort, it took so much time, and it didn't get me the results that I wanted. Actually, it actually put me back further. I'd put a ton of time into things. I don't know if you can relate to this. A ton of time into things, and I might have moved forward a couple of notches, but the ROI I got out of those things I worked on just did not give me what I wanted out of it, and those results only last for a short period of time. So here's the principle, guys. Here's a really important principle for you. Ordinary things consistently done give extraordinary results. I'll say that again. Ordinary things consistently done give extraordinary results. Now, I got that quote out of a gentleman called Keith Cunningham. Freaking guy's amazing. I met him a long time ago, and I'll never forget him saying that. Ordinary things consistently done give extraordinary results. And I was like, what the heck is he talking about? When I thought further about that and listened more about what he was saying, it really hit home to me, right? Hey, brother, it hit home. And think about this for a second. Think about something that you've gotten really good at. Think about something that you've really mastered. I just want you to take a second. I want you to write that down. Even a few things. Like, what are some of the things that you mastered? I know for me, one of the things that I mastered was programming programmable logic controllers, otherwise known as PLCs in the electrical world. So I was able to really get mastery of that. Now, how did I get mastery of that? Well, it started off with me doing small little things, incremental things, and those incremental things, allowed me to get mastery. I mean, did it happen in a second? No. Did it happen in a day? No. Did it happen in a week? No. It happened over, seriously, hundreds and hundreds of hours of me going and doing ordinary things, learning one more thing, applying it over and over and over. And I think, we take for granted how we became masters of certain things, and we forget about this journey. Think about those things that you wrote down or things that popped into your mind, these ordinary things that you have done to get mastery. Mastery is, whether it's an athlete or not, they do these ordinary things that they work out at the same time every day. They have a diet that they follow, okay? And it's just an ordinary thing. Instead of like eating an O. Henry bar, they eat something that's healthy. It's just an ordinary thing that they do. It's nothing like, magical. So, guys, think about this for a second. Think about, the different areas of your business, okay? That we've got to master. It's a series of ordinary things that's going to get you to get mastery of those things. So let's talk about what those things are. I want to give you some examples of what you can take away today and apply to move you closer to mastery in some of these different areas. So again, with that pen and paper, if you gotta take a moment. I'll give you a second to go grab that. I'll sip my coffee. You're definitely going to want to write this down, okay? Because there's an order that you want to go through. And again, it took me over a decade, guys, to figure this shit out. I'm telling you. And there's areas where there's areas where I'm still trying to get mastery, okay? So hopefully you got your pen and paper. Alex, you ready to rock and roll, dude? Let's do it. So these are like pillars, okay, guys? Picture them as like 3 pillars. So if you're to write on your piece of paper, like if you're to draw on your piece of paper, like 2 lines, these are the pillars that you want. Alex, you are going to know, man. You're going to know what these pillars are, dude, once I start talking about them. The very first pillar that we got to look at is time and team, okay? And I'm going to explain why in this order. So it's time and team is the first pillar. The next pillar is profits and cash flow. And the next pillar is marketing and sales, in this order. So we want to master our time and team. We want to master our profits and cash flow. And we want to master definitely our marketing and sales. So write this down, Alex. Write this down, people that are following, okay? So when we look at these pillars, right? They're like a tripod, right? They support each other. If you try to remove one, you have no strength, right? The tripod falls over, right? But together they have incredible strength. So why time and team first? Time and team is the first area, the first pillar that you got to master, because I'll tell you what. If you don't get control of your time, you're never, ever going to get control of you moving your business forward, because you're constantly going to be in a state of chaos. And if you can't get control of your time, okay, you're never going to be able to get control of your team. But when you do get control of your time, your focus, your ability to be able to put things into your calendar are going to feed the calendars of your team. And remember what I've said in previous videos, right? That your profits and your cash flow, which is next, isn't this interesting? Okay, are directly related, okay, to what's in your calendar. What's in the calendar of your calendar, what's in the calendar of your team's calendar, okay? So time and team, you've got to get control of that first, okay? Because if you don't have control of your time, anything else that we try to focus in on is not going to happen, because we don't have control of that, okay? So what is one of the ordinary things, guys? I'm going to give you maybe a couple in each of these for you to focus in on. Write these freaking things down. Hey, Tara, how's it going, love? It was a great call we had this week. Amazing call. And actually, Tara and Junior, I'm going to use you as a guinea pig here today about ordinary things done consistently give extraordinary results. This is going to be awesome. Okay? Hey, babes. All right. So here we go. So time and team is first. So here comes the example. And again, I'm going to use Tara and Junior on this. Okay, Tara, here we go. So one of the things that we worked on with Tara and Junior is something that was really ordinary, okay? So an ordinary thing was getting their shop clean, okay? They're an amazing electrical contractor, okay? Part of the PFC family. And one of the things was getting the shop clean. Now, you might think that that's like not a big deal. What's the big deal of that? It's a freaking huge deal. It's an ordinary thing. They're now doing it consistently. Now, think about this for a second, okay? I wish I had a calculator with me, but let's just think about this for a second. We calculated, guys, you ready for this? We calculated that they're saving between 15 minutes and 5 minutes per guy per day, because they're keeping this shop consistently, ordinary things done consistently, to get extraordinary results. They're keeping the shop clean on a consistent basis. That is saving them between 15 and 5 minutes per guy. They've got eight guys, okay? 8, electricians out in the field. So let's just think about this for a second, right? Just think about this for a second. Let's lowball it and just say it's 5 minutes. So 5 minutes times 8, guys, is what? 40 minutes. 40 minutes a day is being saved. 40 minutes a day of more billable hours. 40 minutes times 5 days is what? Right? 2 hours a week. 2 hours a week saved. Well, what's the big deal with that? Guys, at say 50 hours, 50 weeks a year, guys, think about this, right? 2 hours times 50 weeks, or actually 2 hours times 5 days is, 2 hours a week times 50 weeks. That's 100 hours, guys. A freaking 100 more hours, billable hours. And just by keeping the shop clean. So 100 more hours of billable hours. And by the way, I guarantee you, you know, when I was talking with Taryn Jr., we're like, man, it's more on the fence of around 15 minutes. So, you know, when you think about this for a second, that's now in the range of low ball, like we talked about. I'm again trying to do the math in my head. Low ball, we said 42, we said 100 hours. So 3 times that. At 15 minutes, saving the guys 15 minutes each, that's 300 extra hours, billable hours. Guys, think about this. That's huge, okay? If their billable hour is $100 an hour, right? That's like an extra $30,000 in extra billable hours just by doing ordinary things, by getting extraordinary results, okay? So that's under time and team, okay? There's a piece of gold for you guys. You want to freaking write that down, okay? Keep your shop clean. And guess what? Who can keep the shop clean? The apprentice can, a helper can. So whether it's keeping the shop clean, whether it's keeping the trucks clean, okay, so there you go, guys. There's a piece of gold for you. Next, under profits and cash flow. What's an ordinary thing that we can do on a regular basis to make sure that, you know, we're maximizing our profits and our cash flow? Looking at your financials, guys. Write this down. On the 10th of every month, imagine if you do an ordinary thing, like look at your financials at the 10th of every month, looking back at your profit and loss statement, right? You hit the print button, you print it off, you compare it to the previous month, you can identify, you know, whether you're on or off track regarding your sales. Now, your profit and loss statement is not going to give you everything that you want, but it's going to give you a good gauge of whether or not, you know, where are you going, right? Where is your trajectory? Blah, can't get that out. Anyways, you know, what's the pathway you're going? I mean, are you on track to your sales targets? You know, are your fixed expenses going way up, right? You got to know your numbers, guys, because your numbers, let's take a look here. Your numbers, just like in a vehicle, are the dials in the cockpit, okay? They are the language of your business, okay? And don't tell me I don't have time to look at my numbers. Are you freaking out of your mind? Guys, the 10th of every month, you look at your numbers. And again, if you guys want to get more information on this, on the family side, guys, on the PFC family side, guys, we've got all the training you need in the membership side to calculate your break-even margin, to look at your financials, okay? And we're going to actually be going even deeper into the numbers to help you guys get financial mastery, right? So under profit and cash flow, guys, you've got to know whether or not you're on track regarding your gross profit margin, whether you're on track for your net profit margin. Are you meeting your targets from a profit perspective, from a sales perspective? Anyways, that's just a high level view of looking at your numbers, okay? Once every 10th of the month, guys, minimum, okay? Ordinary things, right? Done consistently, give extraordinary results, right? Imagine how many businesses would not have gone bankrupt if they had done that ordinary thing of looking at their freaking numbers, right? How many of you think that, you know, I'm talking to you, right? Alex, Maria, right? Tara, right? How many of you guys, when you think about it, if you had been looking at your numbers, would have realized that you weren't making the profits that you should have been making, right? To know that there's course correction that's needed. Okay, next thing, guys, is we talked about time and team, right? Talked about profits and cash flow, a little piece of gold for you in each one of those. And thank you, Tara, for letting me share. And then the last one is marketing and sales. So let's talk about this for a second. Now, why profits and cash flow before marketing and sales? Well, I'll tell you why. The reason that you want to look at profit and cash flow before marketing and sales is because if you don't know whether or not you're profitable with the type of work that you're getting, if you don't know if the jobs are running profitably, and we go and focus in on marketing, of getting more business that you don't even know is not even going to be profitable. Quoting more jobs that we don't even know if we've got quoting mastery to know that we're quoting properly. Why the hell would we want to go and focus in on getting more of that? Not a good idea, right? So knowing your numbers, your profit and cash flow is going to allow us to know who our target audience needs to be regarding marketing and sales. Jeff says, can't pay for the marketing if you can't afford. Yeah, absolutely, Jeff. Fucking absolutely. Not only can you not afford to pay for marketing, you don't even know who to market to. I mean, how many clients, how many people do I talk to, contractors I talk to, it's like, hey man, yeah, I need to get more work. And this is my response. How's your accounts receivable? What? I was just saying to you, I need to get more work. I understand that. Just answer the question. How's your accounts receivable? Well, my accounts receivable shit. Accounts receivable shit. Oh, that's interesting. What's the reason for your accounts receivable to be crappy? I don't know, man. Just the market conditions. Really? I wonder on the list of people that's on that piece of paper of that accounts receivable list, if there's not a whole bunch of clients on there that should not have been your clients because they're Class D clients and they're not freaking paying you, even though you've done all the work and effort and delivered your products and service and delivered what you promised on, right? And when I look at the columns and I see, 60 days, 90 days, 100 days, I'm going to tell you right now, guys, that's a major problem, okay? That tells me right away that we didn't look at our profit and cash flow. We didn't look at that pillar first. And that we're still marketing and attracting people that are using us as a bank. Okay, so Jeff, love it, dude. So marketing and sales. You've got to know, guys, you got to know absolutely clearly what types of work that you are doing that is generating the greatest amount of profit for the least amount of effort. Okay, I say this all the time on marketing and sales. You can have a business that's $3 million at 10 points, okay, if they're making $300,000 net. You can have a business that is $2 million at 15 points net profit. They make $300,000. You can have a contracting company, that's $1 million at 30 points, and guess what? They make $300,000. Way less effort, way less marketing, way more focused, way easier, way less stress, way less risk, and the list goes on and on and on. Okay, less equipment, less trucks, less guys. Okay, guys. So look at. Time and team, you got to master. Profits and cash flow, you got to master. Right? Marketing and sales, you got to master in that order. And it's these small things, right? The ordinary things under each of those pillars that we've got to do to start getting mastery of those things. And there's subsets under each of those, okay? One last little example. Like underneath profits and cash flow, right? You've got to master quoting, guys. If you're not getting quoting mastery, to know that you're quoting profitably every single time. Guys, you should be raising your hand. They go, hey, can you help me? Can you help me with that? Can I get some more information on that? So if you're listening in on this and you want to get more mastery of your time and your team, you want to get more mastery of your profits and cash flow, more mastery of your marketing and sales, and you want to find out what are the ordinary simple things that you can do to move the dial in the cockpit so it's going in the right direction so you're not lost, then raise your hand and comment below if you want to get some more information, okay? For all my family members out there, Maria, Alex, Tara, Junior, I love you guys, man. You're awesome, and you're moving your business forward because you're doing something about it. You've raised your hand for help, and that's the greatest thing. I waited 10 years before I raised my hand and almost lost my marriage and my kids and so many other things, my health. And I look back and I go, that was like the stupidest thing that I could have ever done. So look, you want to be champion CEO, then you step up. You want to be a champion CEO, that means stepping it up and realizing you don't know what you don't know, and you got to learn to know what you need to know. I probably won't be able to repeat that again. But anyways, Andrew Houston from Profit for Contractors. Please comment below. What insights did you get from this today? Hey James, and that's it. We will catch you guys on the flip side. If you want to join the contractor tips group where you guys can get more insights, if you're not part of the fam, for free, you guys, you're crazy not to. Surround yourself with like-minded people who are smarter, who got more wisdom than you. It's not a weakness, it's a strength. You always want to be playing in the field are on the field with people that are better than you, so you can learn from them, so you can become better and become the best you can. Andrew Houston from Profit Contractors, Trade Tips in the Truck. I got to get rocking and rolling. I'm going to head over to an amazing, awesome family member of Profit Contractors who owns a Mr. Reuter and Peter McGrath, and we're gonna go behind the scenes for all you family members out there, where we're going to do the client event, and we're going to be sharing behind the scenes how he's freaking mastered things. I'm going to get out of this truck, drive home, get on my Harley, go for a rip on the Harley, and go see Peter. Maybe we'll go for a little spin together. So you guys have a great day, and we'll catch you on the flip side. All right, this is the coach. Over and out. Later.